So today's video is on page 54 of the Discover Graphics book, and it is question 3, the Chevrolet logo. Okay, now this is, as it says, based on a number of different quadrilaterals. Alright, so it says, can you identify them? If you can't, just a quick tip there is we have an inside shape here, 70, and if you add these together it's 70. So this inside quadrilateral is a square, and then if you take this as a separate portion, this would be a parallelogram. So if we flick back to our different types of quadrilaterals, okay, there's 2 then added together. All right, so that's all. It's just nice and simple. So what we're going to do, we're going to work on a quick solution to finishing this Chevrolet logo. All right, so the overall size, it's long enough, all right, by 70 tall. So what we're going to do, lowish on the page, all right, and we're going to do a light line across. Keep it nice and simple, light line across. I'm nearly going to go back to like a grid box method. All right, we're going to step out our sizes first on, so make sure you mark where the 0 is, so where you start your line is. 55 is the first measurement, 70 is the next one, 35 is the next one. All right, so I'm just going to bring those up vertically, again, nice and light. Now it's going to, because of parallelogram, it's going to kick off to the right hand side, but it's okay for now, just to get us basic bits popped in there. All right, what you're going to do, you're going to measure along here. We're going to measure up our measurements. Actually, we'll use the one on the left hand side. We're going to measure up our measurements here. So we're going to go from the baseline, we're going to go 15. From that, we're going to go 40. And from that, we're going to go 15. Again, we're going to pop across these light lines. We're going to extend them a little bit further because our parallelogram is going out past this line. We're just going to extend them on a little bit further. Okay, so we have nearly like a grid box pattern set up. Okay, so keeping it nice and kind of simple to start with, just following what they have. We know what we can already heavy in. So we know this ground line is heavy. Baseline is heavy. Pop this in heavy. Alright. We can also heavy this outer portion here. So this would be our square. Alright, that would be a portion of our square. We can extend out this portion, which is part of our parallelogram, because we know it has to go as far as here, and it only goes as far as 35, and then it goes back at our angle. So this here is using our protractors, okay? So the angle there is 65. So remember, crosshairs on the point, sit your 0, 180 along our horizontal line, and it's 65. So work your way up. Make sure you're looking at the 0, don't go in a different direction, so work your way up. 65. In your corner, do it light first if you want, and heavy in when you know where you're going. So we can close that off as well. Nice and handy. So 65 degrees. Now, you can get your protractor again, measure your 65 to go this way. Again, it's nice to just do a bit of practice on using different techniques. And one of those is sliding set square. We use sliding set squares a lot throughout TechGraph and into DCG. So nice to just kind of keep trying a few methods that we're learning. Sliding set square, we get our 65 degrees and we slide it along. Remember, keeping your base one as your constant, your top one as your sliding. From our portion there, and there we have this piece. Close it off, so where it hits this light line we brought earlier on, close it off. That is your outer portion popped in. Alright, nice and simple, keeping it like a grid box like we did at the start of the year. Alright, and then we can fill our information in from there. Now, what we're going to do, it says it on the bottom there, or at the bottom of the question, the inner shape is offset 8 millimeters from the outer shape. So basically, offset means every side gets stepped in 8 millimeters. So we're just recreating this, but we're reducing it 8 mil all the way around. All right. So top line, step back our 8 millimeters. Do a little light line. We're going to go 8 millimeters up from our bottom one here. Light line across. Alright, make sure they're light now and we'll heavy them in after. From the outside, because we brought this nice and light, we're able to step in 8 millimeters here. And we can do a vertical line. Again, keeping it light. From this outer portion of our original square, step in 8 millimeters as well. Again, lightly bring it up. I would do the full inside light, even including our parallelogram out the outside, before I heavy anything. Okay, now we're going to work on our parallelogram. So we're going to step in our 8 millimeters there, light line across, and we're going to step up our 8 millimeters, and we're going to go light line across. Okay, don't forget, just pause that video whenever you need to, do your steps and press play again. So we have majority of this drawn in, we just need to get our two sloped areas. Alright, so it's 8 millimeters in from the side. So we're going to work back to our sliding set squares. So we're going to get our angle here. Alright, we're going to get that angle there. And we want to use it sliding set square. So we're going to roughly get our set square sitting at 90 degrees to it, okay? We're going to go in 8 millimeters. What we'll do is we'll measure the two of them first so we can make it a little bit quicker of a job for ourselves when we're going with our sliding set squares, so we don't have to find it twice. There's our 8 millimeters over here. I'm going to go get our 65-degree angle. Remember, bring the two of them up together, it just speeds the process. This is your constant. The one on my left hand is my constant. My right hand is my sliding set square. Now we've lightly brought this all the way around. Okay, we've lightly stepped this all the way around. All you have to do now is heavy it in. Okay, so heavy in your sloped one. Get them out of the way. What we can do then is the rest of it, to keep nice crisp lines, we'll use our T-square where necessary to do our horizontals. And we'll do our verticals then with our T-square and set square. And there we have it. Quick solution to question 3, page 54 of the Discover Graphics book for the Chevrolet logo. Okay.